Brian Kelly, after LSU's win over Florida over the weekend, was asked about his team's performance in the post-game scrum with the media, and it sounded something like this.
Brian in the back, I know you love these immediate post-game sessions, but what are you seeing with your offense?
Stop. Really? We won the game 20-10. Try another question. What do you want me to tell you? I just laid it out for you. We played the game to win the game.
All right. How about third down then? What is going on with third down?
It's one game. Last game, we were great on third down. You're looking at this from the wrong perspective. LSU won the football game. What do you want? You want us to win 70-0 against Florida to keep you happy?
No, I think people want to know why you can't run the ball, quite honestly.
We can run the ball. Did you see the last play of the game? That's all you need. You just need one. There's a ridiculous questions, and I'm getting tired of it. That football team just worked their tail off to get an SEC win, and you want to know what's wrong. You know what? You're spoiled. This team is 17-1 at night. Give them some respect. How about that? Give them some respect instead of micro-analyzing every little thing. This is ridiculous. For a group of seasoned reporters, that kind of question is so out of line.
I would just say this. I mean, he's since apologized for how he acted. And I don't understand why he was acting that way. I know he felt like in some ways that was probably a big win for them, and they're undefeated, and they're one of the top teams in college football right now, even though, offensively they haven't really been clicking on all cylinders. That win versus Clemson doesn't look quite as good anymore. But the general point is, like, these guys are doing their job. You get paid a lot of money as a head coach, not just to, like, lead your team do the football thing. You also are there to take questions, answer hard questions, and represent your team at university. Why he feels like he needs to act like that, I mean, it's their job. You get paid handsomely to deal with it. I have no idea why he has to act that way. It's a legitimate concern. They can't run the football consistently, and they're viewed as one of the top teams, and maybe the best team in the SEC. Meanwhile, they got some issues. It's relevant to talk about after a game.
You want to hear his apology? It felt like he was heading down the direction of just a straight-up apology, and then, he kind of veered off in my mind here.
Before I get to the game in Southeast Louisiana, I want to go back to the press conference after the game. I've texted with Mike and offered my apology to him for the way I handled the questioning. I think it's important to understand that, my standards relative to how we work with the media on a day-to-day basis need to be higher, and I take responsibility for that, and I'll be better in the future. And understanding also the way I'm thinking after a game, and we've mentioned this a couple of times, the emotions of the game right after it. I haven't watched any film. It's difficult to make those assessments of specifics, and I'm going to defend my team. I'm going to defend my players first and foremost. But having said that, I publicly apologize to Mike, and he's an outstanding reporter. He works hard, and we'll do better moving forward.
Yeah.
It's nice to come back and apologize, but you said what you said, and you meant what you said. So just stand on it. Like, that's great to give an apology, and I get it, the relationships.
Ooh, hold on. This is a teaching moment, LeVar. So is this a moment of him not being 10 toes down and not standing on it?
I would say so.
Okay.
Because he's not apologizing for what he said. He's apologizing for how he handled it. He did spin back and say, I'm always defend my players.
Yeah.
So he's letting you know, I meant what I said, but I'm apologizing for the way maybe I came off towards you or whatever it may be. But my whole thing is, if a player had did that, that coach is going to, as you mentioned, they're going to use that as a teaching moment, and that player will probably most likely be judged differently than what a coach would be. And allowing himself to say something, if he comes back and apologizes, I would assume out of emotion. And so to me, my whole thing is they give us time in between the end of the game and the interview. If you're a guy that when you're in your emotions and you're in your feelings as a coach, you're going to say what you feel in the moment, no matter what, and you're going to give that out, but you feel like you're going to have to apologize later on, then don't speak. Give yourself the time, give yourself the grace period. If they interview you, just less is more until you get an opportunity to really collect your thoughts and respond in a responsible manner. But if that's not your brand, then just stand on what you stand on, say what you say, and mean what you say when you say it. Like, one thing I don't like is, like, if you come back and apologize once, okay. You come back, you apologize once. But, just like we started judging, my boy over at the other channel, if you start coming back and you're apologizing all the time, you become tone deaf to that type of stuff, and it becomes very disingenuous. It's not really heartfelt.
So he's not standing 10 toes down.
No, he's not.
Standing on business.
Who's the other guy? Who's the other guy you're talking about?
Stop, Jonas. Like, I'm just saying, like, just say what you're going to say and stand on what you're going to say. Like, don't say what you're going to say with your chest and then, I'm going to come back and apologize after I said it with my chest. Like, it doesn't work that way.
Brian Kelly must be feeling the heat or feeling the pressure a little bit in Baton Rouge, because this is now a couple of times this year. He had the Dabo Swinney post game. He had this. Both games he won. And I wonder how loud the conversation is about, all right, well, is he going to get it done this year? I mean, it was all about the starts to the season. They had struggled with that. They got a big win. They went on the road to do it. Now you look back at it, and maybe it's not as impressive of a win because Clemson doesn't appear to be the team people thought they were going into the season. But I wonder if this is all just him. The outburst is he's feeling the pressure, he's feeling the heat of being in the SEC, and you got a fan base that's wondering, all right, are we going to be a team competing for a national title at the end of this whole thing? That's what it feels like to me. Otherwise, I don't really get the Dabo Swinney pushback. I don't get the back and forth and the outburst with the reporter. It feels like he's feeling things a little bit there in Baton Rouge. So, best of luck to him. Good luck with that, Brian Kelly. Have fun. But there we go. That's the update on the red ass of college football. Brian Kelly, who's taken I think he's taken that from Nick Saban. I can't think of. Is there?
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
Is there any other in contention for biggest red ass in college football?
I mean, I don't know many coaches who get that fired up after a win as far as like chewing out reporters. It seems the opposite. But
I mean, listen, maybe he learned some things.
I mean, VAR knows guys. I mean, maybe VAR knows a guy. I don't know.
Is James Franklin got a red ass?
No, he's not like that.
No, he's not. No.
Do you know any other coach you can think of that goes off after a win? It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't. I think Kelly's one of those guys, though. He's just a touch sensitive dude. He really is like from all things I've heard of him, like sound bites and different things like that. Not anything personal from anybody who have said it to me, but he just seems like he's a sensitive dude. Like he cares about winning, he cares about his image, and he gets a little protective over it. That's what it seems like. He just has like a sensitivity that's there in his voice when he's interviewing, like a granddad or, I don't know.
What's going to happen when they do lose? How's that going to go? If he's this pissy after they're winning games, like they've got Ole Miss in a couple of weeks, what if they lose to Ole Miss?
Which is interesting because he coached at Notre Dame. I mean, you're going to be under fire.
I want him versus Lane Kiffin in the media. That's what I want.
Well, Lane he stands on business. Lane gives 0 Fs about what people think, period.